My name is Charles X. White. I'm the convener of the largest civic engagement gathering in the state of Texas, as you can see where we are here today. Today we're here to do a kickoff on the discussion on flooding and neighborhoods that have been marginalized and left out. Hurricane Harvey was the most water catastrophe or event that we've had in the history of America. And the discussion is going to have to be brought to the people on mitigation, what happened to the money. I want to read our statement, and then I'm going to bring up Councilmember Kubash. On behalf of our members, that includes 27 zip codes in Houston, Harris County, we are here asking questions of all elected officials, particularly the mayor and the county judge, Ed Emmett, as to why flooding or water management is in such terrible shape. Thousands of homeowners and business owners are faced with the threat of water damage annually, with no relief in sight. On January 29th, South Park Baptist Church, 5330 Van Fleet, Houston, Texas, at 10 a.m., the first of 4 public discussions on Harvey, living with water, planning, donations, and the most vulnerable populations will be held. The panel discussion will include City Councilman Michael Kubash, people need funding, where is the money? Jim Blackburn, attorney and Water Management and Planning Authority. Tracy Steven, retired Public City Works, the mid-management guy dealing with drainage, and myself, Charles X. White, School Safety and Mitigation for Vulnerable Populations. I want to bring up Councilmember Kubash and Tracy if he has something to say to echo what his part of the forum is, of the discussion.
My concern from the very beginning was the fact that we have $110 million now given to the Houston and Harris County Fund. This money was given to the Greater Houston Community Foundation, and $70 million of it has been given away in 3 different grant gifts to nonprofits. There's still $40 million that has not been distributed. My concern is it's been almost 120, 130 days since the hurricane, and we still have people outside their homes, people living in apartments or living in other quarters like hotels, and they need help. There's got to be a better way than the way we're doing it. And there's still $40 million. I was told by one of the board members that, well, council member, all this money is going to be given away in 8 months. And I feel like that's 7.5 months too late. I believe this money should have been given away within the first few weeks of this hurricane. The people who donated this money saw the tragedy, saw the need, saw the people in their flooded conditions, and they reached in their pockets and they gave cash. Somehow or another, we should have given these people that are victims of this flood this money already. It should have already been distributed. And if we would have given $110 million to the people that are needy in our community, then I can assure you it would have been an economical boon to the city of Houston. They're concerned about the fact that there may be greedy people that might get the money. Well, let me tell you, anytime you have the needy, you're always going to have the greedy. And listen, right now, the wrong people have the money now. We need to give it to the people that are hurting, the people who flooded, and there's still people calling my office saying we haven't gotten any help. So I'm going to be telling them who to call, who has the money, and that's one of the things I'll be doing at these 4 meetings that we'll be having with Charles X. White.
Yes, my name is Tracy Steven. And my concerns are, and what we're going to talk about is the resident code that's presently on the books that need to be changed when they talk about elevating the households and going to pier and beams instead of concrete slabs, along with the ordinances that are outdated in reference to Rebuild Houston. When they put in Rebuild Houston and collected all that money, they continue to tell people that Rebuild Houston and capital projects are the same. That is not true. Those are 2 different separate types of funding, and it needs to be corrected.
All right. As you can see, behind the doors. We have over 300, maybe close to 400 people, and we're inviting them and the general public to join us Monday, 10 a.m., South Park Baptist Church at 10 a.m., 5330 Van Fleet. If you have a flooding problem, if you were impacted by Harvey, join us. We are going to become your voice and your force to get something done. Join us Monday, 10 a.m., South Park Baptist Church. Thank you. Okay. Now, the next thing on here is, y'all got any questions?
Do we have a member that we could talk to real quickly just about their own flooding problem?
Did any of y'all flood?
Just very little bit.
Okay, let me get some of the north sides.
Okay.
You need somebody that flooded?
Yeah.
Just walked in the door.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Hi.
You just flooded? We're having a press conference.
Okay.
Stand right here.
Can we just talk to you real quick, ma'am, about
Sure.
your
Name.
situation?
Sure, my name is Bridget Marie.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your personal situation during the Harvey.
During Harvey, I live in the Pleasantville community on the east side of Houston, and I suffered water damage, flood damage from Harvey. In fact, probably about 70% of our community sustained some flood damage.
Yeah, because Pleasantville, you're kind of trapped there.
Trapped, yes. Once the freeways are impassable, getting any kind of rescue vehicles into our community is impossible.
And tell me, how deep was the water? Have you been able to rebuild? Have you gotten any of this Harvey relief money or anything in your area?
No Harvey relief money. We were able to partner with a church organization that did come in and help in the community to help remove debris, cut out sheetrock and those kinds of things. And so now there's another church organization in the community trying to help those who are unable to get funding from FEMA or SBA to help them rebuild. But we still have quite a few individuals displaced.
And there's a lot of older people in that area too.
Correct.
How are they doing?
That depends. The situation is going to be different for different people. So depending on how their individual resources, whether or not they're able to rebuild, that's going to be based on financial. And so anytime, and in fact, if the council member will possibly remember, I actually had to send a letter to the mayor and to the council because once the Harvey Foundation released the grants that they gave out to different communities, they also included zip codes, and 77029 was not included.
That's right.
So we have to always be out there defending ourselves.